Oh, at last.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
You're not here for the discount?
No.
Oh, that's a relief. It's just that everyone's been demanding it day and night. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
What's this discount that everyone's been demanding?
Oh, that. Alvin used to insist on a special discount for him and his friends. I thought once he left that'd be the end of it, but apparently people around here think it's an ongoing deal.
And if you were to refuse?
I make meals. Not trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to turn people away. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do.
Con placer.
Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile, if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildiff. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
A dash of courage.
Already got enough meat and bitter leaf.
Listo, echamos para arriba,
Grab a metal panel from a scrounger pile.
Scrounger side. Aquí sí la puedo llamar. Está por aquí pequeño. Aquí nos vamos a encontrar burrowers, fanghorns. Y listo, echemos para arriba. Ah, no me murió.
Scroungers. Mildiff said I could find a metal panel in one of their scrap piles.
Uy, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Se asustaron esas maricas?
This will be over quick with frost ammo.
Una. Pues nivel 8. Uy, marica, no me fijé. Puta, debí haberle puesto trampas primero, está mal parido. Vale. Puta.
Okay, now to look through the scrap piles for a metal panel. No metal panel. Better check another scrap pile. Get this turned into something tasty. I think I have everything I need for Mildif. Good thing, too. I could use a decent meal. Can't do much without ammo.
Nada, rapaz.
Well, won't have to worry about running out. I should dismount.
Almost ready to go?
About time he would fall and glory of whatever the day holds.
Too late for something. there you are. I happened to receive a visit from a very demanding customer. He was pushy, but I stood my ground. And dare I say it, I even got my own back. Yes, I did.
I'm listening.
When I made his meal, I used 3 pinches of salt. Instead of 2.
Each journey begins with a single step, I guess. I think I have everything you asked for.
Then just as you have inspired me, let us see if I can return the favor. Time to cook.
Wow. Milda, that was inspired.
Next time you want the best provisions, you know where to find me. Your next order of any dish will be on the house.
Thanks. And don't forget to stand up for yourself.
Funny you should say that. As it happens, I'm already cooking up my next portion of resistance. Hope to see you again.
Bueno, ya me dieron comidita, aunque al menos.
My cup is empty. Fix it.
Tasty and filling.
I know you see me.
I'll focus on my job. You focus on
Yeah.
whatever.
Not working.
Whatever it is you're doing. Deal?
Already on its Wait, she cleared out the bristlebacks?
Maybe.
Back for that free meal? Go on, peruse my menu.
No. No, thank you.
See that? Walk past Clearless old shop and tripped over one of his stupid wires.
Brave.
Well, I hope a bristleback picked him up.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Bueno, vamos a este pues.
Chef's back.
Bet you 50 sharks they get eaten by the...
Hey,
Did you hear who's in
you
charge
look
now?
clumsy, aren't ya?
Aloy, change your mind about that? Come for that beer after all, eh? Here,
Petra.
sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things are better since Olvin got the boot. It may take a while to get this place running smooth. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Yeah, I saw. They won't let anyone up the old trailhead southwest of here.
And therein lies the problem. A stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Karja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. And thanks to your handiwork, I got my hands full getting this place into shape.
I guess you found the right place.
Guess I did.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Karja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Karja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for what exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law-breaking.
So about Ulvund.
That flaming scrap heap got what was coming to him.
He said he'd go back to the claim. What's waiting for him there?
A bunch of bellowing investors, most likely. Ulvund took out quite a few loans to get himself established here. When they find out he fumbled it all away, he'll hammer out a story about how he was wronged. You can bet shards on that. But something tells me he won't wriggle out of this one.
Wriggle? Wriggle.
Yo llego en 10 minutos a la casa, por si desean jugar.
Who is this Tolland cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvund go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
He didn't clear out when Ulvund left?
Two might be chummy, but Tolland scrapes up his own scams. Got just enough deniability to keep his shop open. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
Bueno, que la palabra que buscar. Wriggle. Retorcerse. Wriggle. No me
The
acuerdo el contexto
concession
otra vez.
decree Ulvund wanted, what was it exactly? And how would it have helped him?
Big old pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would have put all Ostrom claims in the Daunt under Ostrom law, even though they're on Karja land. It would have meant that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund had a stake in all those claims, it would have made him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would have become an Ostrom municipality, so he could have bought enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Almost got away with it, too.
Es que leo palabras que no conozco. Sly. Malicioso, pícaro, travieso, taimado.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Tolland making it rougher.
Petra said Tolland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
Tiny character chant. Camp and talk to Tolan. Optional.
If you call a few squiggles on a piece of paper, that, sure. Okay.
It's you.
The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed it myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing. And it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Karja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Karja lovers. On your blasted way.
You gotta move! Come on! This is serious! Fighting, not a drunken...
Acá no me puedo tirar al río. Ah, no.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Aquí ya no se puede cazar.
Ugh. Refreshing, I guess.
¿Cómo que acá no puedo llamar a la... a mi montura? Ay, que sí. Oopsie. ¿Otra vez vamos a echar de aquí para arriba? Ah, yo ahorita eché por aquí para la mina. Ok. No veo un culo.
Them Shadow Karja are taking a
People are under
beating.
attack.
Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Not my job. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for change.
puta que me casca. Ah, me la pegó. Sin querer me atravesé, hijo de puta. Ah, marica.
Not looking good, folks.
Y con el que me caigo. Uy, que me la pegó este perro. Morite pues.
More machines on their way. Get to safety. I'll handle the rest.
Go, Lakasha. I'll help Sonora.
Let's see what you can do.
Uy, hijo de puta. Párate.
That's the last of them. Better check on the refugees.
Guess the show's over.
I'll save this for a dyer.
still.
Ah, claro, aquí cuando yo vine que no me dejaron pasar.
Shh, now. Everything will be fine.
Is everyone okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs. And as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear. For now, we wait.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else. Your people need shelter. There's a town east of...
Chainscrape. Yes. We know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new home. The fallen storm bird is an omen, he said. And of course, it must be.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns.
Ah, ya entró.
He will return. He must.
You're Shadow Karja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Karja in shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were difficult. Savohar saw our misery, lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless kestrels. When their rule ended, Savohar led us from the Shadowlands. The long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to salvation, he said. And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of him. We must walk in twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh. There's an Oseram in Chainscrape, Tolland. He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man, even by Oseram standards. He made all manner of threats. But we will not be intimidated.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang will show up.
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and...
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try. Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long. But he will guide us through. He always has. We have faith.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern. Look at yourselves. Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike. You're in danger here. You need to grab Savohar and get out.
Our situation. This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us, I don't...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move on.
But his meditation... If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days.
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Let the Nora pass.
Bueno, guardemos porque como que vamos a jugar FIFA. Vamos a ver. Ah, es que estos caballeros ya están es por aquí. No.